Our final segment this morning, talking with Reverend Enoch Fuzz on about escalating violence in Nashville communities, some of the rash of crime we've seen over the last week and a half, the officer-involved shooting. A lot of thoughts and opinions on this, and let's get back to the phone calls. We've got Mondrell. Hi, Mondrell.
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning, sir. What's on your mind?
Oh, everything's on my mind. Good evening. Good morning, Reverend Fuzz.
Hey, Drell.
How's it going?
Hey, tell us something about this.
Hey, listen, I used to, I was working on a program that you had. It was with COPSI, and it gave people opportunities to prevent crime. But when you don't have a lot of programs and things that's available for somebody else to correct their thinking, and you have no backup for that, then the program it deceases. But I wrote a start when you're young. When you start with the child support, the child support system, to me, I think it breaks up homes. To me, I think it needs to be changed. We have a whole lot of new technology with old laws. Everything is different now. Racism, you got a president of the United States who's promoting racism, but let's go back to the violence. With the violence, church cannot be the only thing that can help somebody overcome what they got going on or different situations. It used to take a community. Now it takes a whole world to accomplish this. And I'm speaking from a personal experience. I've been on probation since I was for 18 years. I might have came off probation once a year, and I think it was all not having anything to do.
So what specific thing turned it around for you, real quick? I mean, you had all that trouble. What is it that really set you straight?
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man.
Okay, so you
I seen the same things happen. It was a vicious cycle. Even though if you bag a lion in the corner, and he's going to only do what he know how to do, and that was the only thing that I knew how to do. But when I seen the turnaround and like, oh, it's going to be death, it's going to be hurting. I got kids, and the sad part about a lot of it is that we all have children.
Thank you, Mondrell. Well, and you know Mondrell, and apparently you helped him some along the way as well. But he's turned it around. He said he just got sick of it.
He's turned it around, but again, he was able to get out of poverty. No, that's a big point there. He has a wife who makes a decent salary. He's not able to make a whole lot of money, but he's able to get out of poverty. I'm going to say again, poverty is the enemy of the law. Middle-class people take their kids to church, take them to school, they participate in sports, PTA, people who are making a decent wage, who've got an education, and people out here now, go get an education. You talk about no trades in the schools. What they have are, once you get out of high school, you can go to two-year college and get that trade. Out on White Bridge Road, they got aviation mechanics. Man, those guys make $70 an hour. You got to go to school a couple of years.
And in Tennessee, you get free tuition in the 2 years.
Yes, the enterprise computer system, they make $70,000 a year. Enterprise computer technicians. There are 2 million jobs needed in America right now in computers. Somebody's got to know Wall Street does like $6 quadrillion a day. Yeah. It's all counted by computers. Somebody got to know how to run that.
Right, well, there's no doubt. There are jobs available.
Yes.
And the training is there. It can be more difficult to get a job if you have a record, but there are jobs out there if they choose to seek them.
And there are jobs for records, too.
I know. It's
the
just
trade associations, they like electricians. You can train to be an electrician. You can have a felony. Yeah. You call IBEW. They'll put you to work. On-the-job training. After a couple of years, you're making $25 an hour.
Yeah, you get second, third chances.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Carolyn.
Good morning, Reverend.
Good morning.
Fuzz. I have one question to ask. This is supposed to be the Bible state, right? And then the Reverend is right. There's a lot of respectable pastors around here. But what happened to the people? We all fall short because we're not living up to the standards as where God wants us to walk therein. That, for example, the police that was chasing the young man, then if you live by the if you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword.
Okay.
So you have to look at that also. You can't take a life that you didn't give, because when it all boils down, God is the one that is the judge in the jury.
Well, okay, and you're a pastor, but too often, I respect your thoughts,
God in it.
but it's not so simple as just everyone go to church and pray. That's not going to solve it. I think it can be a piece of it, but I mean, you can even admit that. I mean, if only it was that simple.
It could be a big help. Let me tell you again, make sure your kids get an education.
Right. I mean,
that's the thing that's made the difference in all the people's lives that I've been around. They focused on getting an education. You don't see a kid with a college degree in the prisons that much. That's an exception to the rule. They're working. These athletes, those are smart men to get in college. Yeah. They're working. So get an education. Don't take your kid's word for it. I'm not going to tell my daddy I made an F. I'm going to change it to an A. All right?
You got to get on there and check it out yourself.
And some parents can't do that, but a lot of you parents can.
Yeah. Let's go to Fran real quick. Go ahead, Fran.
Hey, Fran.
Nope.
Hey, yeah, go ahead.
That's not Fran.
All right.
Okay, is it? Well, I'm sorry. I thought that was Fran. Let's go real quickly to Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Yes, good morning, Nick.
Hey,
Good morning, Reverend.
Hey, Tony.
I know you're real well, Reverend. My children, they sang to the gospel group with their church a while back, and my son indicated, well, Red was walking around in bare feet in the church, and he was real shocked at that. But I suggest that's him being natural, you know. So anyway, he was at home at his church. But like I'm saying, Nick, there's a lot of violence going on in this city, and I've been in an awful situation, but I did try to revive the person who I was working in law enforcement. This officer just stood there like he was lost, like he was back in Iraq, a flashback or something.
On that, I'm cutting him off there only because we only have a minute and a half, and I think he's referring back to what he saw in the video with the officer-involved shooting. And I just want to kind of give you any last thoughts on that to respond to maybe what Tony said.
The last thought is going to be this. The people have put on a referendum on the ballot to vote for a oversight committee.
Right.
I'm cautious about how that's going to come out. What will that say about Nashville if it's turned down or if it's put in place? I'm not sure.
You're in support of the idea of an oversight committee?
I'm in support of the idea of not having to have police that you got to watch. I prefer that.
Okay, yeah, I hear
and
you. I hear
I
you.
proposed to the DA a different kind of oversight committee where you put regular citizens on the current committee. But I'm not against what these people are doing because it's America. That's the way you do it. You go by the procedures and the laws and that's the politics that's in place, and they're using that.
Okay.
Put it on the ballot and let the citizens decide. That's one good way to do things.
Yeah, and your thinking is that we may hear something from the DA sometime within a month?
He told me 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
So it's been 2 weeks. All right? Now, after this Sunday, I will be blowing up his phone.
So you'll be going,
yeah, to say, listen, dude, I love you. And again, to people, don't put all the police in the same barrel.
Right.
And I say about the chief, it doesn't matter who the chief is, it matters who the chief works for. And he works, the mayor's his boss, the people. So I think we have a chief who does what he's trained to take orders. Yeah. So,
Reverend, thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure. It's good seeing you.
It's good to see you. I like this a lot better than having to be you.
No.
It's a lot easier to call in and to just appear on as a guest than the host these shows. So,
so
you
easy
deserve
to host when you have great guests. And thank you for coming on.
That's a good word.
We'll have you on again. We'll take a break. Programming notes right after this.